What's up, everyone? It is your girl Jail Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into drugstore products that perform better than high-end. So all the things that I'm about to talk about, I feel like perform just as good as the high-end or luxury counterpart we're talking about, or if not better than the luxury high-end product we're talking about. So without further ado, let's get into it, girl, because I got about 5 or 6 products and we know I'm long-winded. Let's begin. So I'm gonna start off with a primer. So I have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Yeah, Hydro Grip Primer. Now I have my little travel sample size one here. This is a deluxe sample. This product, when it hit the market, everybody was excited, because even though like we had other products that were similar to this, like I remember when they had the K Jelly, whatever it was, the Kathleen Lights used to always talk about, and then there was this expensive ass Sicily one, and then I don't remember if Cover FX Grip and Primer came before or after, but I feel like this is the one that everybody raved about and talked about the most and got the most hype about this product. Then e.l.f. came through with the dupe. So we got the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is the newest dupe they have. They have 2 other ones, but I feel like this is the one that is truly just an exact copy, even down to like the packaging and the color. Well, not the packaging, but the color of this primer right here. And I would definitely say it is just as good as that one. And of course it's e.l.f., so it's a fraction of the cost, but for e.l.f. I guess it's high, because I think this is $10 or $12. Don't exactly quote me, but I don't even know where my phone is behind me, but I guess we can go check. But I know this is affordable, because I mean it's e.l.f., and e.l.f. is always affordable, even when, you know, it's considered expensive. Because it's e.l.f., it's still affordable compared to everyone else. Yeah, there it is, e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Yep, I was right, it's $10, and it works just as well, because if I remember correctly, that was like $32 or something like that. So it's like you can get 3 of these for the price of 1 of those, and they're gonna do the same thing. I mean, I know Hard Candy has a dupe of it as well that's nice, but I prefer the e.l.f. one because it has a nice little pump, just like the Hydro Grip does. So it gives me a pre-portioned amount as opposed to me just randomly squeezing. That's the only downside to the Hard Candy one for me, which is why I picked the e.l.f. one, because I know I'm gonna get a certain amount each time, and I know that that amount's gonna work for me. But you know, you do you. Next, we have my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I love the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I love the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I like either one just fine. I know a lot of people like the one in the tub better. I actually prefer this one because I don't have to like scoop it out and trying to keep up with the medallion and all that just to do all that. So it's like I can squeeze out 2 pumps of this and be just fine. And Revlon then came with the dupe, and it's just as good as my Tatcha Silk Canvas, which I never expected. But I do agree with people, like the liquid one isn't, I don't know what it is. It's something I like a little bit better about the original one than I do about that one. But this one works just as nice as that one. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing Makeup and Skincare Primer. So this is kind of high for drugstore, but it's still cheaper than the Tatcha, because if I remember correctly, the Tatcha is like $54. So even with this one being, I think, like $15 if you buy it at CVS, you can still get like 3 of these almost for the price of 1 of those. So 3 of these for the price of 1 of those, and it does the same thing. This has 1 ounce in it. Let me see how much Tatcha has, because I forgot. Tatcha has 1 ounce, so they both have 1 ounce on top of that. So it's like the Revlon one works just as nice, girl. So just go ahead and get the Revlon one. Get you a whole little drugstore face, because I think I got just about everything you need in here for a... Wow, I have just about everything you need in here for a face at the drugstore. So we got another e.l.f. little hit here. It's like 2 or 3 e.l.f. things in here, because e.l.f. just out here killing it. So it's the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte's Tilbury in my Teresa's Dead voice. I wear the shade 6.5 deep. Now I will say I like the e.l.f. one better, because since I have more textured skin, and again, Bad Beauty's or Stephanie here on YouTube said the same thing I said. Because I have textured skin, the e.l.f. one works so much better for me. It doesn't show up as much of my texture, and then I feel like it looks just as nice, if not better, and lasts a little bit longer than the Charlotte's Tilbury one. So this one is definitely just as good and high-end, if not better in my personal opinion, because I have oily textured combination skin, and you know, it just does so much better for me than the Charlotte Tilbury one. I wear the shade, what is this? Shade 6 Tan Deep, and this one, and I love it just fine. It's absolutely wonderful, and you need to get your hands on this before it run out on their website. Hopefully it eventually comes to Ulta. I don't know if it's coming to Ulta or not. I don't know if it's already there. I bought mine on their website because I had early access because I'm a part of their membership. And I am so glad I was, because honey, it seemed like this product is impossible to get your hands on. I hear it's on TikTok everywhere. I don't watch TikTok, so I don't know. I do have a TikTok though. It's linked in my profile if you're interested, because that's where I'm going to start putting a lot more of these dupes that I'm talking about. I actually just uploaded one this morning, so if you're interested, you can go check that out. Next one I have a dupe for the Westman Atelier Vital Stick Foundation. I actually did a wear test on this. You all haven't seen the video for it yet, but spoiler alert, I feel like they do the same. The texture of the Thread Beauty one that I feel like is just as good as the Westman Atelier stick, the Thread Face and Complexion stick in the shade 130 warm, it's like medium warm golden. This is $10. If I remember correctly, this one is like in the 60s. And even with the 15% off they have right now, that still means you can buy at least 5 of this, as I'm right. Let me go check. We're gonna check Miss Westman and make sure I'm right about it. Yeah, here it is. Foundation. Yeah, I was right. It's $68. So that means you can buy almost 7 of these for the price of 1 of these. And even with the sale on right now, you can still get like at least 5 of these for the price of 1 of these. And let's see how much each one has. This has 0.34 ounces and has 0.31 ounces. So you already getting more in this for $10 than you getting with this. So imagine being able to buy 5 of these for 1 of this, and it's going to do the same thing. Like I said, this one is a little bit thicker in consistency, but that means it's going to give you just that much more coverage. And for someone like me who has a lot of dark spots to cover up, I prefer the Thread Beauty one because of that. Not to mention, if I remember correctly, this is a black owned brand, so I'm out here just loving all of it, loving every single minute of it, and happy about having it. Thank you. Next, I got another Westman Atelier dupe, and it's from another black owned brand. How about that? So this is the Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Ganache. I have the shade Strength from LYS Beauty. This is the No Limits Cream Bronzer. If I remember correctly, this is only $19, and this one again is some outrageous price. I want to say this was $68 or even more than that. Let's see. Type in Miss Westman again. Oh, I should probably spell it right. So yeah, this stick is $48, and this one is only $19. So again, I can buy almost 3 of this one stick for the price of this one. Now, how many things is it? This is 0.25 ounces, and this is 0.21 ounces. So again, you get more in this one than you do in that one. It's even like really close to the same color. I mean, the Westman Atelier one is a little bit darker, but I consider how long it took to get one that's this dark, and these already came out with a decent amount of dark shades for everyone. Bravo. So this product works just as good as this one. I'm gonna do a battle of the later on this week to show you all that they work just as well as the other one, but honey, it works just as good, and it doesn't cost nearly as much. So there you go. Next, I have a powder. So I have these 2 face powders. So a shout out to Andrea Montanello, because that's how I found out about this dupe right here. So this is the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation, Powder Foundation. Now, y'all remember when I did the video on this a while ago, I think I put it with the hydrating foundation, but I didn't really use it too much just because I don't really use powder foundation like that to set my face. I usually just use a setting powder because I have so many to choose from. But when I want extra coverage, I go ahead and use those. So this is what the color of this one looks like. Now, this powder oxidizes, which is why I got the shade 410. If you all know, I wear the shade 420 in this foundation. But when you buy the powder, it oxidizes, so you have to use a shade lighter. So now, the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation in the shade Deep 540 Neutral is... To me, these products are interchangeable. It's like, it just depends on what I feel like using during the day. But it's like, I feel like they do the same thing. They wear the same amount of time, and they look just as good on the face. I did a whole video, if you all remember the Halo Glow that they just came out recently, Dupe and Charlotte, that you just saw in this video. I use this powder with it, and I use another powder from e.l.f. But I like the high-end powder better, so we're not showing that. But this is just as good as the Fenty one. They're interchangeable. I just use them both, or I use one above the other one whenever I feel like. But I always feel like I get the same results out of both, so I, you know, felt the need to share because I'm like, we out here just killing it. The black one, the dupes out here killing it. Next dupe I have is this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear bronze and powder soft matte finish. It's waterproof. I have the shade 500 dark. I feel like it's a great dupe for the Jaclyn Hill pressed bronzer. I know I didn't do a review on this, but I did show you all me trying out the product, and I feel like this is an exact dupe for the Jaclyn Hill powder. They even swatched the exact same color and had the same finish when I did swatch them. So this is what both of them look like side by side. As you can see, the color is close up. This one I believe is 32 if I remember correctly, and this one's only 15. So you could go to CVS and get 2 of these for the price of just this one. The L'Oreal one, oddly enough, has a perfumey type smell to it, and the funny thing is the Jaclyn one, from what I've smelled, doesn't have a smell to it at all. So I feel like the L'Oreal bronzer is just as good as her bronzer, and I can get 2 L'Oreal bronzers for the price of one. Now, I've only used hers 2 or 3 times, but it's like it gives me the same effect as the L'Oreal one, and I can only spend 15 bucks. So I'm gonna spend the 15 bucks over that. Girl, bye. So we'll just get the last Jaclyn Hill dupe out the way. Of course, y'all know I had to put the reflecting light putty highlighter. I have the shades, what is it, Star Power, and then I just grabbed the Super Shock cheek highlighter that I had. This is Guilty Pleasure, but I mean, like, the formula is exactly the same, and I mean, hers is a little more wet and reflective, but at the end of the day, they do the exact same thing, and you can get way more of these than this. If I remember correctly, this is $29, and this is like $8, so it's like, imagine buying, again, like 3 of these for the price of 1 of this. Like, it's an easy choice because you can get different colors. If you get different colors in hers, it's going to be quite a few. And even with the bundle she has, it's quite expensive. So I'm going to say just go ahead and get you a Super Shock like you've been doing in the first place. Okay, girl? Okay, they do the same thing. The last thing I have to talk about is another highlighter. Is another LYS Beauty product. So the, what is it? Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Multi Glow Highlighter in the shade Daydream. I feel like my highlighter from LYS Beauty is in the shade Rose Gold or Genuine, is an exact dupe for this. Now mind you, you have to swirl this one all together to get this exact shade, but when I do, I literally had the exact shade, the exact finish and everything. And this obviously, of course, is cheaper than Miss Charlotte Tilbury. Matter of fact, now we got to look up how much Charlotte is. I'm gonna just sit up here and look up everybody because, you know, I came ill prepared as usual. I just got off work. Leave me alone. Thank you so much. But it's some absorbent price, of course, because it's Charlotte Tilbury. So you have to pay $1 million because Charlotte Tilbury. If I can find it on here. I'm scrolling through Sephora like, where is it? Because I know I bought it from here. So it's like, hopefully it's still on here. It wasn't just limited edition and they took it down, because I've been scrolling for a while and I still don't see. Oh, so they got rid of it? Because y'all, I scrolled through this whole list and it's nowhere to be found. Was it just limited edition thing and they took it off Sephora or what? Because I'm telling y'all, I scrolled through this whole list and have not seen this highlighter anywhere. I saw the bronzer, but I didn't see this highlighter. I swore I paid like $48 or something like that. So we're gonna go with that price. But the LYS ones obviously are cheaper than that because they are a affordable, clean, black-owned brand in Sephora, and this highlighter is amazing. I know y'all saw the dip in it. How could you not? Look how huge this dip in it. That's how much I love it. I love to have a good rose gold highlighter in my collection, and this is definitely the one I love. I love this one as well, and I try to use it a lot because I paid a lot. But it's like, if I just had this one and didn't have this one, I'd be just fine. Y'all know I am a high-end snob. I am not ashamed. I don't try to hide it. Like, I love me a good high-end moment. So the fact that I'm saying that I use this one a lot says a lot. So those are all of the affordable products that I have in my collection that I feel like are just as good as high-end things, if not better than high-end things. So let me know down below if you own any things or have you tried any of these things and what you think about them, because I feel like I gave y'all some pretty good picks of expensive things. If you want a part 2, I can go through and dig through some more stuff, because I got some eyeshadow palettes that I like that I think are just as good as some of my high-end things, and I figure y'all would be interested in that too. So let me know down below if you want me to film that, and I'll start like looking through my palettes so that way we can get a part 2 going. Part 2. Let me stop. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.